My time in the Pokemon Home waiting room will soon be coming to an end. Finally, an official release date from the Pokemon Company. May 24th, Pokemon Home Compatibility will be releasing, thus introducing many new Pokemon to the Gen 9 OU metagame. Finally, some variety. No more King Gambit and Great Tusk on every team. Just kidding, that'll still probably be the case, but we'll have new Pokemon that are on every team, such as Landorus Therian. What a novel concept. There's a lot to talk about, isn't there, folks? Finchinator, the leader of the OU Council, has in fact revealed the plan, which is that before any of these fellas are even tested, the council is going to vote on which of them will be banned on day 1. This is not what I expected. I expected some of these guys to probably remain banned, some of the more obviously broken ones like Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, etc. But some of these guys are surprising. I figured most of the Pokemon would just be let loose. We'll sort of quick ban them in a week or so. I'm going to give my brief take on all of these fellas, and I'll probably make more in-depth videos about each one as well. Not every single one. Ones that we haven't seen, like Spectrier, Regieleki, Urshifu, Zamazenta, etc. First up, we have Annihilate in alphabetical order. I think it's probably going to be broken. Terra will still be the same. We might see another Terra suspect test vote later on, if it proves to be a consistent issue. This set is kind of uncounterable, but now Zoroark Hisui is in the game. We're going to have returning fellas. Although I can't think of anything that's returning that even beats this. Actually. Yeah, what even beats this? Is there a single thing? Maybe Lando helps, but not even. Lando doesn't even have Toxic. How does Lando actually deal with this? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that this is still ridiculous and kind of uncounterable. The Rage Fist plus Terra Water combo is just inherently nuts, I think. I'm not opposed to Annihilate staying Ubers. I definitely hate this guy, so no worries. Basculegion. What I think that they should do is not vote on Basculegion and Houndstone, but vote on Last Respects. Because we have... I mean, there's a chance that Basculegion will still be overpowered without Last Respects. It has, like, every move in the world that it needs. Wave Crash, Zen Headbutt, hit Clodsire. It doesn't have any other Ghost Stab besides Last Respects, which... honestly, a lot of people were complaining about this in my Basculegion video, but I think that that's a blessing in disguise. You don't want this guy to have reliable Ghost Stab, let me tell you. That would have been a problem. The reason that Last Respects wasn't banned before was because only Houndstone got it. So they need more than one Pokemon to abuse a move for it to be considered broken enough to ban the move. And now that's going to be the case. We're going to have Last Respects on this. We're also going to have Last Respects on frickin' regular old Basculin, I think. Isn't that going to be available once Home drops? Because from Pokemon Legends Arceus will be imported? I don't even know. Actually, that might be incorrect, but like, look at how bad Houndstone is. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that Last Respects is the problem. This is not a great Pokemon, but with Last Respects, it is an absurd Pokemon. And Basculegion is much better. It has higher attack. It has a better ability. It has better typing. It has better everything. They should be looking at Last Respects. Chi-Yu can stay in Ubers. Chi-Yu is obviously absurd. It has like 1 million special attack and it can 2-hit Blissey. That one doesn't even require me to explain it, I think. That's just, this guy deals a lot of damage. Chien-Pao. I'm wondering, like, what being introduced even handles Chien-Pao? Chien-Pao's kind of similar to Chi-Yu in the fact that it can just wall break the entire planet. I think this is just an Ubers Pokemon. It deals too much damage. Terra Dark Crunch is too powerful. It wall breaks. The counterplay to it is specific in Gen 9 OU right now, and then like when it was legal before. Yeah, I don't think that Chien-Pao is going to be any better in a post-home metagame. Espathra, I think maybe you could retest Espathra, because we're going to get more phases. We're going to get probably more special walls. The issue with Espathra is just Terra, right? Terra fighting Espathra is kind of unwallable because Steel types no longer answer Espathra, and it's the whole guessing game of whether it's Terra Fairy or Terra Fighting that is the most unhealthy thing about it. I think you could try Espathra again. I don't know if Espathra is so... I hate it. It's the Emu War. You guys know I'm Australian. We don't like the Emu. My hunch is that you could retest Espathra. Fluttermane, obviously Uber. This is just like Mewtwo. This is just a legendary Pokemon. Look at the stats. Need I say more? It's Ghost Fairy with these stats. Don't allow it in OU. Houndstone, I already talked about that. You should be voting on Last Respects, not the Pokemon here. Iron Bundle should stay banned. Look at it. Let's just look at Iron Bundle for a moment. It has how much speed? How much special attack? It has... I'm sorry, it has 114 base defense. Can you explain why? No. That one's no question. Lando Incarnate. Landorus incarnate form is interesting. This has sheer force, providing it an incredible damage output with various moves with secondary effects. Does it get Ice Beam? I forget. It also gets Calm Mind now. Is that a new thing? I haven't used this guy in years, actually. So I don't know if Calm Mind is a new concept. It also gets Nasty Plot. Okay, this guy might be absurd. But you know what? It's slow. There's been power creep. Maybe you could test this guy. Test him out. I don't know. Maybe he's healthy. Maybe he's funny and even. You never know. Maybe the meta has caught up to Landorus incarnate. Kind of a crazy thing to say out loud, but it's possible, right? Grass Knot hits the Waters, Great Tusk. Is there a new guy that walls this? I guess not really. I was thinking Terra Fairy Skeledirge, but even then you actually have poison moves, Sludge Bomb. I guess the coverage is too good. It has Nasty Plot, Calm Mind and stuff. But you could test it. There's honestly stronger. Like, I think Chi-Yu is stronger, and that was OU for a bit. You could try it out. It'll probably be banned. Probably, but you never know. Magearna, I think, is obviously going to be too much. This should have been banned in Gen 7, and it was Ubers in Gen 8. Now it can terrestrialize. It's got the greatest type combination in the game, an incredible ability. It has Shift Gear. Now it can Terra. It has Thunderbolt Karma. It has amazing coverage. It has utility. It has bulk. This is an Ubers Pokemon. I think that there's enough precedent to insta-ban this one, but I also think it won't be any fun to play with this on day one. This isn't anything new. We've seen Magearna be broken in multiple generations in a row now. We get it, It's not going to be like a novel thing. And we have Palafin. I think Palafin is obviously Uber, man. Sorry, let me look at the hero form. Just look at the stats. Look at Jet Punch. I can't believe people still defend Palafin and say that it's not that bad. I don't know, man. What are you talking about? It also has Bulk Up Taunt, by the way. It's like Annihilate. And if Annihilate is broken, this is broken. I mean, come on. It has Wave Crash. It has Close Combat, Zen Head. Its physical move pool is incredible. Flip Turn for pivoting. Why not give this pivoting as well? And activating its hero form is no issue. You switch out on turn 1. It's the easiest thing in the world. 160 base attack. Absolute superhero monster. It's kind of an epic Pokemon, but just let it be an Uber. I think it'll still be good in Uber. Kyogre's returning. Rain stocks will be rising. Okay. It's already pretty good in Uber. It destroys like all the fast fellas like Chien-Pao Fluttermane by just jet punching them to death. A great win condition and wall breaker. Regieleki is an interesting one, isn't it? Because now the thing that's going to make Regieleki crazy is Terra. Because it's going to be able to Terra Ice. The issue that this fella had was lack of coverage. It also has the utility of Rapid Spin. Does it have U-turn? No, it has a Volt Switch. I made a video about this in my returning Pokemon rank, and I thought that just because it doesn't hit that hard with the Terra Ice, and Terra Ice has its downsides, it's a commitment, it makes you Ice, which is really weak, that this would be manageable, but I don't know. I think people told me that in Nat decks, this is already banned to Ubers, which is perhaps a bad sign. Plus, the base speed is crazy. You can't really revenge kill this ever. Its coverage is, Electric Ice, classically perfect coverage. This might be too much, but I think test it first. That's what I believe. Test it first because it's not obviously OP, in my opinion. I think you test this. It's not like Chi-Yu, where it's obviously going to be broken. We got to test it out first, I believe. And, Nat decks is a different meta. Even though there's more options, maybe handling Regieleki will be different in this metagame. Metagames are different. Spectrier is a Pokemon that I kind of hate. Yeah, this is definitely Ubers. Look at this. I haven't looked at this Pokemon in a while. And now this guy can Terra, actually. So you could do... So this was Ubers, and it only... The downside of this guy was that it only had Shadow Ball, basically. It had, no moves. But now it can Terra. And I know that I just said that needing to Terra is a commitment, but this guy has the precedent of already being broken without Terra and being Ubers. Regieleki was fine without Terra. This was broken without Terra. Now that it can Terra, it's going to be even crazier because you could at least handle this. I remember people used Shadow Ball Blissey, and you can at least abuse the fact that it has no coverage, even though it centralized the game around that, which was unhealthy. Now it can Terra Blast like fighting or fairy or something. And with Carmine, does it also get taunt? Yes, it does. This is going to be like a special attacking version of Annihilate almost, with Carmine, taunt, and perfect coverage. Yeah, this is going to be Ubers. I think insta-ban this one. Urshifu's single strike, is that the water type one? I think it's just this one, because that one's called Rapid Strike. I would agree with probably quick banning this. These guys get Swords Dance now, don't they? They go through Protect. This was Ubers in Gen 8. And Terror will only make it superior. There's also less defensive answers to it, right? Now it has more tools. I think this one's a no-brainer. This one's going to be broken. Its stabs are also just unbelievable. Close combat Wicked Blow. You could even do bulk up Drain Punch, can't you? Taunt as well. Yeah, this is just Annihilate time number 2. Dude, you could just Terror Water with this set. No. This guy's going. And this doesn't even get walled by Zoroark Hisui. Because Dark Stab. This is like a better Annihilate. This is Annihilate but better. Right? Isn't this just superior Annihilate? I mean, Rage Fist is... I guess this gets beat by the unaware Pokemon. Loses to Dondozo because you could through the curse boosts at least, but it would probably still wall you. But you just resist water. Yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. That's a ban. That's an instant ban. Zamazenta. That's the fighting type one. People have said that this guy isn't that OP. In Nat decks, it's actually not Ubers. It's OU. Yeah. Which is interesting. It kind of looks like an Uber, but... I suppose I can see it. The stats aren't that high for Gen 9. I mean, they are good. It's very fast. What do we got move pool wise? We have Swords Dance, perhaps. Bulk up? No. We got any boosts? Once per battle defense boost. That's not great. Only once per battle? I guess you could test this guy out. We'll give him a go. I'm alright with it. He's a fun dog. I want to try him out in OU. Maybe. Would this be like the first cover legendary ranked in OU? Zamazenta crowned as well? Okay, surely the crowned one is crazy. Is this guy real? Wait, in Nat decks? Is this guy also... No, this guy's Uber in Nat decks. I think this guy with the shield, with the incredible stats and body press and iron defense? Yeah. This is probably Ubers, surely. Incredible analysis from Jim. I'm just saying, I mean, these stats are probably too powerful. I know Gen 9 is power creeping. It's hard to evaluate something like this without testing it out, but my belief is that this looks like an Uber. Let's take a look at what Finchinator himself voted for on these. Annihilate Uber, I think I agree. We agree on Chi-Yu. Baskia Legion and Houndstone. I think, like I said, you vote on Last Respects rather than... I think they'll probably end up doing that. They'll ban Last Respects, unban the guys who have it, and then we'll see what happens from there. That's probably what's going to happen. Chi-Yu, I agree. Chien-Pao OU is interesting. I can't think of what is being introduced that even answers Chien-Pao, but I wouldn't be opposed to retesting it, I suppose. Give it a go. Espathra Uber. See, I feel like Chien-Pao is more inherently busted than Espathra is. I think that Espathra you could test again, even though it's crazy. There's a lot of new stuff coming out that can potentially respond to it, right? I guess it's inherently unhealthy with Carmine stored power plus speed boost. That's just an inherently crazy thing, but you could test it. Fluttermane, I agree. Iron Bundle. Lando Incarnate, I think yeah, but also I wouldn't be opposed to testing it. Magearna Palafin, I would agree. Regieleki OU, I also agree. Test it first. Spectrier, yeah. Urshifu and Zamazenta crowned OU is kind of crazy. Zamazenta base form as well. That would be fun to try him out. I'm just kind of in shock that like a cover legendary from last generation might end up being OU. I feel like that's nuts. I mean, look at this fella. Is it that bad? I'm trying to think of what's so bad about it. It's got... What is it, Behemoth Bash? I'm trying to think, like, is this thing that bad? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, I suppose. Alright. Well, folks, that's all for me. Thank you for watching. I'll make some more in-depth videos about each of these fellas in the near future. We'll do a video tomorrow. That'll be fun. What are you looking forward to using in home? Honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to using Zamazenta. Would never have expected Zamazenta to be OU, but that sounds funny. Let's give him a go. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll catch you later. See you around.